A generative AI chatbot is a software application based on a generative language model that is capable of engaging in interactive, human-like dialogue. Unlike earlier rule-based systems, generative AI chatbots dynamically produced new tests in response to user input. As a result, they can perform a wide range of language-related tasks, such as answering questions, drafting content, and supporting problem-solving activities. Since the release of ChatGPT in November 2022, generative AI chatbots have rapidly moved from being primarily objects of evaluation in lexicographic research to becoming integral components of workflows and products in e-lexicography. Recent literature shows that their use can be analyzed along 5 main dimensions outlined below. Dimension number 1. Generative AI chatbots are typically researched for understanding how they are used in e-lexicography. In other words, the first dimension concerns use cases, that is to say, the task for which e-lexicographers currently employ generative AI chatbots. A review of the literature indicates that these tools are mainly used in the following ways. 1. Generating entry content. Most research and experimentation focuses on automating or accelerating the production of core microstructural elements such as definitions, sense distinctions, labels, examples, collocations, grammatical patterns, and usage notes. Generation is typically achieved through prompt engineering or control templates, with human post-editing remaining an essential step in the lexicographic workflow. The second line of research is the use of chatbots as information tools. These generative AI chatbots are increasingly treated as information tools capable of delivering contextualized answers rather than merely reproducing static dictionary entries. From this perspective, chatbots are framed as components of an interactive consultation process in which users can receive support tailored to their immediate needs, for example, in reading or writing tasks. A third type of use cases with generative AI chatbots is that they are used for lexicographic analysis and discovery. Chatbots are also used to support analytical and exploratory lexicographic work. Typical applications include suggesting candidate lexical items, identifying synonyms, clustering senses, and extracting phraseological patterns from linguistic data. And finally, these chatbots are also used for working with specialized and difficult dictionary types. A growing body of research explores the use of large language models in the creation of specialized or difficult dictionaries, such as historical or dialect type dictionaries. These resources pose particular challenges due to sparse evidence, orthographic variation, and complex editorial policies. The second line, or general dimension of research, is the use of generative AI chatbots as tools that can assist lexicographers in addressing these challenges. For example, within the theoretical framework of post-editing lexicography and workflow integration. This second dimension relates to post-edit lexicography, and in this approach, e-lexicographers craft general or fine-tuned prompts to elicit dictionary-like output from a chatbot, which is then reviewed and edited by human experts. This dimension of research is particularly widespread because it is both low cost and time efficient. It becomes especially effective when generative AI is combined with curated dictionary databases and corpora. Such hybrid approaches enhance sustainability and reliability by grounding the model's output in attestation and established lexicographic policies, rather than relying on unconstrained text generation. A third dimension of research is concerned with a systematic evaluation of artificial intelligence generated lexicographic content. This third dimension focuses on the evaluation of AI-generated lexicographic data, and recent studies increasingly move beyond anecdotal comparison and adopt more systematic evaluation methods. These, for example, typically assess both quantitative properties, such as internal consistency, coverage, and error rates, and highlights qualitative properties, for example, including sense appropriateness, pragmatic adequacy, and ease of post-editing. Such evaluation frameworks aim to determine not only whether the output is linguistically acceptable, but also whether it is lexicographically usable. The fourth dimension is concerned with evidence from the user's perspective, with examining evidence from the user side. Research in this area asks whether generative AI chatbots outperform traditional electronic lexicographic resources in specific tasks. Studies investigate, for example, chatbot performance in rejected and productive language tasks, as well as their effectiveness in resolving user queries directly through conversational interaction. The emerging consensus suggests that chatbots offer clear advantages in flexibility and interaction, but that they do not fully replace traditional dictionaries, especially where reliability and traceability of information are required. And the final dimension I am going to mention in this lesson is concerned with limitations and methodological challenges. This dimension addresses the limitation of using generative AI chatbots in lexicography. Since the early evaluations of what we can call ChatGPT in lexicography, researchers have repeatedly identified several key issues. These include the risks of hallucinations and unverifiable claims, insufficient provenance and attribution of lexicographic data, and the rigidity of many existing reference works when confronted with dynamic user needs. Current research agrees that these limitations cannot be entirely eliminated, but that they can be mitigated through carefully designed methodologies. Such methodologies typically combine human lexicographic expertise with controlled prompting strategies, editorial oversight, and the integration of curated linguistic resources. Taken together, these 5 dimensions illustrate how generative AI chatbots are reshaping e-lexicographic practice. Rather than replacing lexicographers or dictionaries, they are best understood as powerful supporting tools whose effectiveness depends on responsible integration, systematic evaluation, and sustained human contact. In a subsequent lesson, I will explain how I use generative AI chatbots in the day-to-day activities of DIDES. And I will emphasize how I am using a methodology to address the problems and limitations of AI chatbots as lexicographers. Thank you.